What's up, everyone, and welcome to my beginner's guide on how to complete an investigation in Phasmophobia. With the upcoming release of Phasmophobia on console, I thought it would be helpful to put together a guide for beginners on how to survive and complete an investigation. Hunts are one of the most challenging aspects of the game in my opinion, but they are also one of the most rewarding. If you can survive a hunt, you will be one step closer to identifying the ghost and completing your mission. In this guide, I will cover everything you need to know about completing a hunt, from how to identify the signs of a hunt to how to use the various tools and equipment at your disposal. I will also provide some general tips and strategies to help you survive. So if you are new to Phasmophobia or if you're just struggling to survive hunts, I encourage you to watch this video. I hope this guide will be helpful and that it will help you become a better ghost hunter. Now, if this is your first investigation, the first thing you're going to want to look at is the name of the ghost and what it responds to. This ghost's name is Stacy Wilson, and she responds to everyone. When you're inside of the house, if you say the ghost's name, it will make it angry most of the time. The second thing you're gonna look at is the objectives that you have. Mine is detect a paranormal sound with parabolic microphone, have a member of your team witness a ghost event, and capture a photo of the ghost. Now, when I'm going inside the house, the first three things I take with me usually are camera, EMF, and thermometer. But this time I'm going to leave the EMF, I'm going to take the thermometer, and I'm going to bring the flashlight with me. That's how you get out of the van. In order to go inside the house, you have to open the van. That goes without saying, hopefully. But you're also going to have to grab the key, the house key. You can't get inside the house without the key. Now, what I do is make sure to turn all the lights on when you're going through the house, no matter what. Going through the house, keep the lights on so you're not draining sanity while looking for the ghost room or even the bone. Now, speaking of the bone, when you're going through the house and you're looking for the ghost room, you'll notice that in some rooms, or in one room of the area you're in, there's going to be a bone. Always take a picture of that bone before you pick it up. When you take a picture of the bone, it'll give you extra money. So if you get a 3-star photo, you'll get extra money. If you get a 2-star, you'll still get it, but it's best to fill your book up with 3-star photos. And don't forget to pick up the bone after that. Now, on every map, a cursed item is placed on it. This is the Ouija board. You can have different cursed items every round that you play. You can have a Ouija board, the haunted doll or the voodoo doll, the tarot cards, the haunted mirror, the monkey paw, and the music box. My favorite is the Ouija board because all you have to do is activate it and ask it, "Where are you?" Main bathroom. Now, after talking to it, you always want to make sure to say goodbye. If you don't say goodbye, it'll attack you. If you walk away from it, that will set on fire and it'll attack you. I also forgot to mention, don't forget to snap a photo of that as well. Now that you've identified what room it's in, always bring your thermometer in first, so that your thermometer has time to tell the temperature inside of the room. After using the cursed object, you're going to notice that your sanity has been drained. When you use the cursed object, it will always drain your sanity, so if you're going to use them, make sure you go back to the truck and you take some sort of sanity medication. That way you're not getting hunted on immediately and you have time to set up in the ghost room. Which is a great time to talk about sanity medication. When your sanity drops down, use sanity medication so that you're not getting hunted immediately. I always use 2 to where it spikes it back up quickly. Now, when I find the ghost room, usually I bring in the video camera, a glow stick, and the dots projector. That way I can go back to the van and I can see if it's ghost orbs or dots, or I can see if it's ultraviolet, which a lot of the time it's ultraviolet. And that's a perfect example right here of ultraviolet. Now with ultraviolet, when you get fingerprints like that, always run back and grab your camera real quick, because you can take pictures of ultraviolet as well and get extra money. And also, how the sink just turned on, you can always take pictures of that too to get extra money, because dirty water counts on this game. So whenever you get evidence, you'll always want to make sure to go over to your journal and log the evidence that you got. We got ultraviolet, so we want to click ultraviolet. When you click that, it'll narrow your list down automatically for you so that you can figure out what the ghost is through your evidence. Now, when you're completely set up in the ghost room with your dots and your camera, you're going to want to come to this computer and you're going to want to hit the mouse. Now, you can watch the computer like this and just see if you get dots, but if you hit this right here, it'll also give you night vision, which means you'll see orbs. You'll be able to see it a lot easier. Now, on my third trip, I usually bring the ghostwriting book, spirit box, and the EMF detector. EMF measures electromagnetic fields, which is what ghosts are known for using to interact with items around it. Now, if you notice, the EMF detector is making a noise and it's spiking every now and then. Usually, what that means is that there's a ghost in the area. So you want to make sure if that EMF detector goes up to 5, that means you have to log it inside of your evidence. The ghostwriting book, if there's a ghost in this room, it will write in that book. Now, you see how the door moved? You'll want to go over to the door. Now, a trick with the spirit box is where an interaction just happened. Go with your spirit box and ask it a question. How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Now, if you notice, when I ask it a question, there's a red light blinking on there. When that red light blinks, that means that the spirit box heard you. Perfect example of dots right there. Did you see how it looked like a ghost just charged at me? That right there means that it's dots, which is inside of your evidence. Now, you can take a picture of dots, and it will count as a ghost photo, which I think is one of the challenges of this. So you can take a picture of dots, the dots ghost, and get the ghost photo. Now, if you notice, when that ghost just charged at me, I took a picture, and it'll go into your evidence. Now, not only did we get the photo, but we also completed one of our objectives. So we also, in our evidence, we've got dots, ultraviolet. Now, you can actually click on these and see what it's not going to be. You see how there's 3 ghosts left, and there's 5 choices? That means it could be EMF. It won't be ghostwriting. It won't be freezing temps, so it'll be ghost orbs, spirit box, or EMF 5. Let's see if turning off these lights help it. Now, I will warn you, if the lights are on, spirit box will not work. How old are you? Are you old? Where are you? Where are you? Now, if I'm going back in again, I'll always want to bring a crucifix. That way it doesn't hunt me while I'm trying to figure out what the ghost is. And salt is a great thing to bring with you as well. If it steps in salt, it's never going to be a wraith. Remember that. Keep that in mind. Also, don't forget to bring in some of the stuff that you need to finish your objectives as well. You'll always want to finish those quick. That way, when you figure out what the ghost is, you can just go on and get out of there. Now, placing salt, you'll always want to do it where you think the ghost has walked. Where I see it go through dots right here, I'm just going to place it right here, honestly. And I always put them in the same spot as well. Placing the crucifix just like you would the salt. Now, when you're dealing with your parabolic, usually I just stand in the room and wait. Now, while waiting for parabolic, I heard that the salt was stepped in. That's what stepped in salt looks like, so you're definitely gonna get your photo camera wherever I decided to put that. Now, sometimes the ghosts can be extremely, extremely rude and turn off the lights. You'll want to ignore them when they do that. They're just trying to get attention from you. Once you got your camera, always remember to take a picture of it. Where it says disturb salt, get a 3-star photo. Also make sure that there's no UV around it, that you can get a picture of it too. Did you hear that? So sometimes when you have a banshee, you'll notice it screeches at you. I really believe it's a banshee. It didn't sound like one there, but we're not getting ghost orbs. We can try again. Let's try putting the camera in a different spot and see if we get something better. Let's see. Alright, so after looking at the screen for a while, I'm gonna determine that it's definitely not ghost orbs. It's probably not ghost orbs, so I didn't get spirit box at all. I can try again, but I'm definitely saying it's not ghost orbs. Now, I do want to show you a good trick that will tell you if it's EMF 5 or not. Sometimes this works. I think it has like a 25% chance of working. Where are you? Goodbye. We're gonna try it one more time. Where are you? This is extremely unfortunate. The ghost is hunting upstairs right now. Alright. So it just turned the power off, which is a great opportunity. I think it turned the power off. Let's see. Oh, that little trickster. Perfect example of it trying to hunt. It just tried to hunt me right there. I'm gonna go ahead and step outside. But it just tried to hunt me right there. Now, we didn't get EMF whatsoever, so usually if you can't figure out what it is, like, it's being very active with us there, so if you go to the ghost, it's between a phantom and a Goryo in my opinion. A Goryo will usually only show itself on camera if there are no people nearby. I haven't gotten orbs from it. It's showed itself on dots to me. And it reminds me of when I took that photo of it going up on dots like that, right there. It disappeared when I did that. Which, if you go to Phantom, you look at its weakness, taking a photo of the Phantom will make it disappear. Now, to finish this, because I'm gonna go with Phantom. So to finish this, I would take another salt in there, try to get some photos, you know, get it up there. I don't care much for the objective about seeing a ghost event, because usually that'll happen while you're just inside there anyway. Now the best thing to do is to put that That was a great time. That was great timing, because honestly, I forgot the most important thing. When you start your investigation and you're looking for the ghost room, go through the entire house and look for certain hiding spots. Because you never know when the ghost is going to start hunting you. Most of the time, you'll find them inside of closets and, you know, other stuff that they put around the map for you. Yeah, we hear you. And then once you get your photos, just go back to the board and see if you got enough. So where I'm going to go with a Phantom, which I could be wrong, it's more than likely wrong. But see, except for one, I've got a bunch of tags on there, which means you could just pack it up and leave. Like I said, when you start off your investigation, look for the haunted object, look for the bone, and map out a bunch of hiding spots too. You always want to have different As I was saying, you want to have different hiding spots ready. You can put glow sticks in the door. You know, sometimes what I do during my investigations, right, is how I have this pen right here. I'll always have it set up to where dots is facing at my hiding spot. So that way if the lights go out like it did, I'll know exactly where my hiding spot is and I can get inside of there. Well, I almost screwed the pooch right there, boys, but anyway, you get the point. So once you have all of your stuff done and you're ready to leave and you have your ghost marked, which I'm really thinking it's a Goryo, but I'm gonna go Phantom. You hit this button again and it'll start packing you up and it's gonna send you home. You get back to the lobby and you'll know what ghost you picked, if it was right or if it's wrong, or how much money you got.
Welcome back.
I was
I've got
completely
some jobs
wrong.
ready for you.
But either way, that's okay.